Hey guys, welcome back to Explore Electronics. In this video, let's see the model question paper 1 of 8051 microcontroller subject with the code BEC405A. So this model question paper is really helpful while preparing for examination. So let us see the questions. Bring out the differences between microprocessor and microcontroller. So this question is, you can easily say it is very important. Why? Because it is already asked many times in examinations and also in lab vivas as well as interviews related to embedded system. You will get this question, microprocessor and microcontroller differences. So this is a standout question, very important in this subject. Then comes the difference between CISC and RISC. This is also an important concept to understand the difference between CISC and RISC architectures. And so then comes the architecture of 8051 microcontroller. So this architectural diagram or the block diagram of 8051 microcontroller is also repeatedly asked. This question you can easily expect in exam for 8 to 10 marks. Here also 10 marks they have asked. And then with the diagram explain the internal memory structure and programming model of 8051 microcontroller. This is the memory architecture, memory structure of 8051 and programming model. Then write an interfacing diagram of 8051 microcontroller interface to 8K bytes of ROM and 8K bytes of RAM. This is interfacing diagram you need to write with respect to these memories. And then write a short note on criteria for choosing microcontroller. This is a kind of question where you need to explain about the different microcontrollers and how you are going to choose with respect to them for your application. So these are the questions which are important, we can say, from module 1. Coming to module 2, this is addressing modes important here. So they have asked 5 different addressing modes in 8051 with examples. So while studying, you need to write the examples also so that it will be easy to write in exam. So different addressing modes question will be there for sure in exam. With examples, you need to explain them. Then write an assembly level program or assembly language program to multiply 16-bit numbers. This question also a very important one which is repeatedly asked in this subject. And then for 8-bit number and to store the result in a memory. And then one more program asked over here, write an ALP to convert packed BCD number into 2 ASCII numbers. We need to convert a packed BCD number to 2 ASCII numbers and we need to store that result in R5 and R6 respectively. While programming, you need to use these registers to store the result. Then the choice question is that again you need to write an assembly level program here to add 16-bit numbers to 16-bit number addition they have asked here, and also they have given the register specification like it is loaded in R1, R0 and R3, R2 and store the result in R5, R6 and R4 from MSB to LSB. This is the condition they have given. You need to use only these registers while writing the program to add 2 16-bit numbers. So multiplication as well as this addition are very important programs asked in exams. Then comes rotate instructions with examples. You can also get questions like other instructions of the microcontroller. So instruction set is very important and also addressing modes are very important, and one program you can expect easily in this second module. And you can see here 4C is explain the instructions and also mention how many bytes it takes to store it in ROM. So the 4 instructions they have given, you need to analyze this and say how many bytes it takes to store it in a ROM, and also you need to explain what is these instructions are. Then comes module 3. Module 3 we have timers and registers with respect to that. So explain mod 2 operations of timers and explain steps involved in programming a timer in mod 2. This is the first question. And the TMOD register they have asked to explain, analyze the structure of TMOD register contents and then explain RS-232 standard and 9-pin DB connector. So this is module 3, that is question 5. In the choice question, they have asked to write a C program to transfer S serially at 9600 baud rate and 8-bit data, 1 stop bit, do it continuously. So you need to transfer S serially with this condition and you need to do it continuously. You need to write the C program. This is for 8 marks. And then comes the structure of TCON register asked to explain. Here you can see TMOD register is asked, here TCON register is asked. So these registers are important and you need to explain the structure of those and the bit positions clearly. And explain full duplex and half duplex and simplex in serial communication. This is from module 3. Coming to module 4 is interrupt handling. So explain the structure of interrupt priority and interrupt enable register. That is the first question. Analyze the interrupt control in 8051. So then explain how multiple interrupts are handled in 8051 microcontroller. This is the questions from module 4. So here, how to handle the interrupt is one question which is very important, and also other than exam point of view, you need to understand how the interrupts are going to be handled in microprocessor or in microcontroller and related stuff. So here structure of interrupt priority and enable register are asked, and also the interrupt control used in 8051 and multiple interrupts, how the handling will be done in 8051 controller. And then comes the choice question, that is list the steps involved in executing an interrupt. What are all the steps required to execute an interrupt when it comes in between. Then explain the interrupt vector table of 8051 controller. Then explain the steps involved in programming serial communication interrupts. This is the questions from module 4. In module 5, with need diagram, write an assembly language program to interface stepper motor 8051 with 8051 microcontroller. This is also very important, we can say. Why? Because this interfacing of stepper motor and DC motor with microprocessor and microcontroller, these things are repeatedly asked. You can see any question paper of microprocessor or controller, you will get these interfacing with stepper motor questions, especially in that question paper it will be there. So these questions you can easily expect in exams also. So this is one of the very important question in this subject. Then interfacing of DC motor using C programming. Then with need diagram, explain or write an assembly language program to interface LCD to 8051 microcontroller. How to interface LCD display. Then explain DAC interface with diagram and also write program to generate staircase waveform. This is to generate a waveform, a type of staircase waveform you need to generate. This is about model question paper and the questions. Let us try to solve this model question paper completely, and in the subsequent videos I will upload the solutions for these in the next coming videos. So these are very important, and also let me give you some important questions other than these which will be helpful in preparation of this 8051 microcontroller for examination. So this is about the model question paper released by VTU for this subject. In the next videos, let us see important questions as well as the solutions for these questions. Thank you.